Hi guys, it's me Ann, and I'm coming to you with another video. I'm just gonna jump straight into it. This video is essentially about the Elisa Ashley drama that happened with Juvia's place. I subbed to Elisa Ashley a few months ago. I guess the recommended videos, suggested videos on YouTube, and she came up and it was a tutorial or do's and don'ts for hooded eyelids. So when I saw this video, I was like, oh, it looks interesting. I watched the video. I was guilty of doing some of the don'ts. I wasn't guilty of doing some of the others, but all in all, I learned something from the video, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I clicked through a few other of her videos, and then eventually I just subscribed to her. And you know, she's not someone that I would watch every video that she came out with. As you know, we all have our favorites, but when I do have some time, I'll do look at her videos and just see what's new, see what's going on. So fast forward a few weeks ago, maybe two, I was on Facebook and someone posted this link in a makeup group, and it was basically something like tweets about Elisa Ashley slamming Juvia's palace. And then of course, before I even read the post, I started reading some of the comments. Oh, she's entitled, messy. It's like, you know what, let me click, because sometimes it's clickbait, so I just clicked on it. And I read the messages, and I'll kind of like put them up here of what she posted, kind of like, you know, explaining the situation. And then I said to myself, well, alrighty then. Cool. Interesting. I've heard this before. Or I know, I kind of understand what's going on. And then I think fast forward a few days after, I posted a video, and I believe it was like 20 or 30 minutes long, where she went into detail. Let me tell you, if it was tea to be spilled, she spilled all of it. Like, she went from beginning to end. And at times, I'm not gonna lie, she did come across too emotionally invested into this whole thing. But I watched the video, and again, I understood, you know, where she was coming from. But then I also see where both of these ladies went wrong. And this, what happened between them, is something that consistently happens between beauty influencers and new and upcoming companies, especially amongst us African American women. I know this because it's happened to me a few times myself with my company. So Elisa posted a few more screenshots in her video, which I will kind of like leave here, and you can pause the video to kind of read and kind of get a gist of exactly what happened from start to finish, almost. Because when she posted the original messages on Twitter, I guess that was coming down so more towards the end. And I can say that the problem that is a major problem is, for some reason or the other, both of these women feel like they were doing each other a favor. Business is business, and of course you want to support each other, yes. But what makes you feel or think that it's okay to just have a physical attitude as like, you know, I'm really doing you a favor, so you should? Elisa initially purchased these products, used them, liked them, recorded looks with them, and at this point began her relationship with the brand. At this point, she was just a consumer because she purchased her products. I'm not sure, or I don't remember the exact details on how they began working together, but they did. Elisa then started receiving free items, or items without charge, you know, in exchange for her promoting them on her channel, in which I believe she may have gotten a discount code or became an affiliate, which I'm sure that's the whole story. I will correct myself here if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's the story. So at this point, it's a working relationship. Then it became, okay, I'm sending you these, can you do these looks and post this video and promote or whatever, and it became a more specific relationship. And at this point, it's like, yeah, we're definitely doing business together, we're definitely in bed together. So at this point, I'm sure Elisa started to talk about that she understood, and I commend her for understanding that, you know, it's a new brand, they're not balling, it's not like Anastasia Beverly Hills or Urban Decay or any of these brands who are just like in Sephora and they're huge. She understands Juvia was smaller and more so starting out, and so when Juvia couldn't pay the price that Alyssa would actually charge. Alyssa, from what she said, was like, you know what can you pay? How much can you afford? They worked that out amongst them, and the videos were going up. Time is sometimes YouTubers or beauty influencers, as we're calling them now, look at smaller brands and feel as if I'm doing you a favor by working free with you. I don't have to work with you, which is true that you don't have to work with anybody. However, if you purchased a product, like the product, and started using it in your videos and then start work, don't make it seem like it's a favor. It's business. It definitely is business. At the end of the day, you're being paid for these videos now, and let's not forget that when you put these videos out and they have 30, 40, 50,000 views, 100,000 views, you are getting a check for that. Now, that doesn't negate the fact that you should be paid by the company for the work that you're putting into this video, but let's not forget that it's not a completely sacrificial thing that you're doing, because once you put up that video, you will see some coins from just uploading that video despite the company paying you. Yes, the company should pay you. Let's not even start an argument about that. If it's promotion and you have an agreement, stick to it. Juvia's now is part of the reason or part of the problem as to why a lot of big YouTubers or bigger influencers or just some people at all shy away from. When you're still small or you're smaller and you reach out to everyone, yes, I know personally you feel a way when no one wants to respond to you, no one wants to take a chance. Even when you're willing to pay, you will still get no. And that has happened to me with my hair company. When I first started, I didn't get responses from anybody hardly, and sometimes when I even did, it was just like, okay, I charge $1,000 for a video, and you're just like, you think I'm just starting now? I got that for one video, and if I want two, it's $1,600. Let me see. Woo! Let me call Donald Trump's father so he can give me a small loan of $1 million. And that's fine. At this point, what you do is you can't afford it, so you don't take the opportunity. So, of course, there are the few YouTubers who, God bless them, decide they do want to work with you and you can afford the money that they're asking for or whatever the case is, so you go through with that. Or sometimes they don't even ask you any money. Or sometimes you have smaller YouTubers who hit you up, and when I say smaller, maybe 30, 40,000 subscribers, who are not small but medium sized. What happens a lot of the times is you'll send them the product, you'll see it in their video, and you'll never get credit for it. And this happens a lot, and I'm pretty sure Juvia has had to experience this, because every company does. That's just life. It's a sense of, well, whatever, I did you a favor by even accepting the product, or then they give you, the product wasn't really up to par, and at this point you feel like you're not really in a position to kind of like say anything. You can't say something or even like defend yourself or anything, because it's just one of those things where, you're the small fish and the bigger fish is just being the big fish. So with Juvia, of course, Alyssa started to work with Alyssa. Oh my God, I have a friend named Alyssa, and it just Alyssa, of course. Did I do it again? No, I didn't. Alyssa, of course, probably was, definitely was smaller when she started working with them, and she has grown in her own right. But Juvia now, when she starts getting the bigger fish, who are now bigger than, Alyssa, it's like, I'll get to you when I get to you. So, and it's so funny that the week of this drama going on, Makeup Shayla was on Snapchat. She posts the different things that she received because she's on tons of PR's list. Guess what was on that Snapchat? Oh, I didn't hear you. Yeah, you're right, the palette. The same palette that Juvia said there's no PR list in place when she wrote this Instagram post right here. What does that say? We do not have a PR list in place. So why is it that we have to be shady? Let's stop trying to play each other. Let's stop trying to take this elitist attitude, you know, whether it's the beauty influencer to the small business, or the smaller business turned popular business now to their, you know, YouTubers or influencers that they've worked with before that are not bigger than the new ones that they're starting to work with. We need to stop that, period. Because it seems like when we feel that when we reach where we think we're going, that the people who helped get us there then become irrelevant, which is not the case. And on Alyssa's part, she should have also understood that putting it on Twitter or going off about it was not the way. Honestly speaking, she should have been the one that said, not a problem, God bless. That God bless shouldn't have came from issue. And I see it all the time. It's like, oh, support black businesses, support black businesses. But when this little business here that is shipping out their body lotions, organic body lotions that they're making, contacts you, you don't give them a second look, right? But then that same black business now with the organic body lotions gets their break off someone else and starts to grow and gets popular, right? And then shits on the people who helped get them there to then work with the big YouTuber who shut them the hell down when they asked the first time. Please tell me how that makes sense. I'll wait, I got all day. It doesn't. And that's the vicious cycle that we're going through. When you get the bigger YouTubers to represent their product, they're doing it now because you're hot and that you're paying. Some of them may not even like your damn product. They're just trying to sell it to us to make sure that they get their check. And then you paid them a check to do it. So you best believe they're gonna, yeah, this palette, oh my god, it's like the best palette ever. But then that's not what they're wearing. That, like, you won't ever see it again unless it's a sponsored video. Definitely let me know what you think in the comment bar. Personally, I think both of them are wrong, and this is something that we definitely need to address. We need to be able to work with each other as black women, period, because if not, we're not going to be able to succeed. Remember, I told you that, and I'm sure you've heard it before. I'll see you in another video. Bye.